Hello everyone! Today we will show you how to make beautiful and simple cake decor that won't take you much time and will surprise you with its lightness, freshness, and elegance. It's one of the most popular decors among our customers and is ordered for birthdays of both children and adults. This is why I decided to share it with you. At the end, I'll show you what's inside. To frost a cake of this size, we will need about 400 to 450 grams of cream cheese frosting, an offset spatula, a scraper, and a turntable. First, let's get our cake ready for the crumb coat. Place the cake on the turntable and take off the acetate cake collar. If the cake board slides on the surface of the table, place a wet napkin or a piece of cloth underneath. Apply the first thin layer of frosting with your offset spatula. Our goal is to catch all of the crumbs so that your final icing will be perfectly clean and crumb-free, and to also give the cake the right geometric shape. First, spread the frosting over the top, then move on to the sides. With smooth side-to-side movements of your offset spatula, crumb coat the entire cake. We recommend applying the frosting with the offset spatula instead of piping from the pastry bag because this way you will learn to use it quicker and will save money on the pastry bags. In the description box below, you will find a link to a video on how to frost a cake like a real pro and learn some life hacks. Now remove the excess frosting with a scraper and smooth out the surface. Pay attention to the shape of your cake to achieve sharp edges and smooth sides. While you're smoothing out the cake, your scraper might pick up crumbs. Be sure to remove them so that they don't get into the frosting for the final coat. The crumb coat came out quite thin. You can see the sponge layers through it. The excess frosting on the cake board can be easily removed with a small flexible scraper. Place the crumb-coated cake in the refrigerator to set for at least 30 minutes. While the cake is cooling, color the frosting. We chose pastel shades of yellow and orange. By the way, there is a very useful video on how to color frosting on our channel, so be sure to watch it. I'll leave the link for you below the video. Let's start with the yellow. Place the frosting in a small bowl or container and add a few drops of yellow food color. If you added too many, move the extra drops to the side of the bowl. Such a small amount of frosting is more convenient to mix by hand with a small spatula. Now tint the frosting to the desired shade. Place half of the yellow frosting in a separate bowl, add a few drops of pink or red food color, and mix. Don't be afraid to experiment with colors and shades. If you need to add just a tiny bit of food color, use a toothpick. That's how easy it was to get these two beautiful summer shades for our cake. Take the cake out of the refrigerator and cover the cake the final time. Apply the frosting to the cooled cake in the same sequence as before. First, smooth out the top of the cake with the offset spatula and scraper, then continue on the sides. The final layer of frosting should be noticeably thicker than the crumb coat, about 5 millimeters. After you've smoothed out the cake, put it back in the refrigerator to set again. Now that our cake has cooled well, we can start on the most interesting part, the decorating. Take out your colored frosting and a small offset spatula. Pick up some orange frosting with the tip of your offset spatula and with confident up-down movements, begin to form the brush strokes. The amount of frosting on the spatula will determine the thickness of the brush stroke. Space the brush strokes and alternate their directions so that every other brush stroke starts from the bottom up and the others from the top down. This way we completed the main part of the brush strokes. Now let's add a beautiful yellow accent. Apply the yellow frosting so that it overlaps a little with the orange. The yellow brush strokes should not be long. Start forming them opposite of where you started forming the orange brush strokes. Our bright summer decor is almost ready. All that's left is to add some contrasting details that will highlight lines and add finesse to our cake. For this, place brown or black powdered food color in a container and dilute it with a small amount of grain alcohol. You can also use gel food colors. These do not need to be diluted. Make small dots in the corners of your brush strokes at the top and bottom with the help of a toothpick or a thin brush. Apply the dots randomly and clean the tip of the toothpick of frosting if you get some on it. Now we finish decorating the sides of the cake. On the top of the cake, we will lay out a crescent of berries. We use seasonal berries that are easy to find at any supermarket. As a rule, we start with the largest berries, gradually moving on to the smaller ones. If you wish to cut up the larger berries, cover the cuts with mirror glaze piping gel so that the berries don't dry up and lose their appetizing look. The small berries finish up the final shape of the crescent. If you have blueberries, we recommend placing them on the cake with tweezers or gloves so as to not leave finger marks. To make the crescent more voluminous, we place the blueberries on top of the larger berries, first dipping them in melted dark chocolate so that they don't roll away. If you're decorating the cake in a hot room, fixate the berries with freezer spray. Look how wonderful our cake looks! So fresh and beautiful that I can't wait to cut it. Let's see what's inside. It's moist and extremely tasty. It's one of my favorites. You can learn how to make this and other cakes that have been repeatedly tested and approved by our customers on our course. There we share our best recipes and let you in on all of our secrets. You can find the link to join the waitlist in the description box below the video. I wish you beautiful and delicious cakes. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Bye bye. Till next time.